Episode 7 of Reps and Real Talk, where we don't just talk fitness, we also talk real life. So today we have our amazing team here with us. And this is from our trainers to our admin. And we're just going to go across and let everyone just introduce themselves. Start with Jay.
I am Jocelyn Hightower, the lead trainer here at FD, better known as J High. Um, that's why I'm Janae, aka JD. Been here for about 4 years. More to come.
Yeah, I'm Jaquan. I've been by here same time as JD. Me and her came around. How bad? Came around the same time. But yeah, that's who I am. That's it.
So, I am Gail, also known as Spicy Chi. I've been with Jamal and FD since the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning.
Yeah.
So today is going to be a fun episode because we are going to kind of talk to you guys about your journey of being a trainer. And I guess the first thing we're going to start up with is we'll start with Jocelyn because that's where we started with introductions. What inspired you to be a trainer?
What inspired me to be a trainer? I just watching my family history, just looking at the people in my family not be healthy. So I said I wanted to do something to help other people change their life and basically find out more to help my life and make me live a little longer. So, I mean, just people inside of my circle just not living a healthy lifestyle made me become a trainer.
You good?
Jack. Sorry. Sorry about the guys. Listen to me. In all actuality, I never wanted to be a trainer. It was never in my vision. It was never a goal. I was a basketball player all my life. Went to college on a scholarship, got 3 concussions, and kind of lost myself after that and didn't know where I was going to go in life. I was always an athlete until I actually started being trained by one of my close friends in Greensboro who inspired me to become a trainer and started helping others. That's really what got me on the path. And I'm still sticking with it. I love it. I love to help others. I'm glad I actually took this transition that way.
Good. This is fun. I haven't heard all these stories.
Eh,
All right, Jay.
All right.
I kind of know your story
Yeah.
just because you started with us.
Yeah, So what really inspired me to be a trainer, I've been in sports my whole life, playing sports in the gym. And what really inspired me to be a trainer is really working out here. I was a trainee first, being here and just seeing how much fun they had, how lively everything was. Man, it just really felt like, man, I feel like I can do this. I feel like I can be a part of this, and that's really what got me into it. To be perfectly honest with y'all. Um, but yeah, but ever since 4 years later, I love it.
He's still here.
Yeah, and I love impacting people, man. So it just feels good.
All right, Gail.
Well, my story is kind of the same as Jocelyn's. Had a family history of, everybody not living a healthy lifestyle, and I wanted to break the cycle and help them achieve, um, health and wellness, and wanted to be the example and to show them that it could be done. So that was really my inspiration.
So everybody has a good starter story. So how was it with your very first client? Like, how did it go? Because you're coming in cold. You don't really know what's going on. You kind of know what you're supposed to do, but then you have to be in front of people, whether it's a class or you're doing a one-on-one session. How do you remember the first time that you initially trained somebody, and how did it go?
If I specifically talking about here or just some
Just general, because you guys started. I mean, I know Jay started here, but you are
Way back to the 1980s. Like what? Got up in red.
I do remember I trained over its fitness connection over there, and when I first started training, we would have to go on the floor, on the just be out on the floor. When I say the floor, you had to be outside in the gym. You had to basically like promote yourself, like you didn't start off with clients. We had to get out there. Hey, let me show you. Hey, let me show you how to do this move, or that's how we put. You kind of market yourself. And then when you did get the client, it was kind of awkward because you just like, okay, I just put myself out, what I'm saying, put myself out there on that platform, and now I really don't, I got what I wanted, but I really didn't know. Yeah.
Okay, well, now what do I do?
Yeah, like what do I do? So I mean, it's different. And then, like I said, this just being out there, not thinking that I could get myself, just motivate and myself to be out there just to go talk to somebody I didn't know and didn't look stupid. That's what they did. That's my main thing was. Yeah.
I would say, my training my very first client, I was actually on one of my friend's porch outside with 2 pairs of metal dumbbells, bands, and stairs, 4 steps, and a mat. And I would just have people come meet me at his house, and we would train on his front porch. I don't know. And we were all college students at that point in Greensboro. $20 a session, just come on. There is no time limit.
Did you have them like run up the 4 steps,
Yep.
run up and down?
I still write videos to this day. I was making whole reels off of it and everything. Like, I got you. Come get your session in. Oh, well. It was very intriguing, but I love the humble beginning.
Yeah.
It helped.
What was your very first session?
Hmm.
Because that was probably a long time ago.
Yeah, so my first session was actually
With your mom?
no. Nah. I'll never forget this guy. This guy named Josh Davenport. If you still there, Josh, still there. But when I first started training, I didn't know anything but football and basketball workouts. And basically, I think when you're a new trainer, you expect people to be like you. And so I just trained him like a football coach, and he threw up everywhere. And it wasn't a good look for me, and I never saw him again. So Davenport, I'm still here. I'm a much better trainer today.
Come see us how.
Yeah, come see me now. But yeah, that was a long time ago, and yeah, it was nerve-wracking. I was nervous. I was anxious, but at the same time, I felt free. It was my first time doing something where I personally had control over. So it was a fun time.
But
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, for me,
where's your
my first client was here. I had Miss Glency. Well,
where's the camera?
so
Early in the morning.
yeah, that's 8 a.m. 6 a.m. My first client, and I'm like Mills. Been athletes my whole life, man. And Miss Glency got trained like an athlete.
And
she,
Wait,
older than me.
yeah, my old specialist. Miss Glency was about 60 years old, so she sometimes won't even show up to my sessions. So I'll wake up, be ready, and then she ain't show up. But for me, it really taught me just to be patient and just like that's really the biggest thing I learned from it. Perseverance and just figuring it out. Like I feel like there's no better teacher than actually just being out there. So she was a tough client for my first person, but now I feel like I can train anybody. I always knew I could train athletes, but now I know I can get my seniors in there too.
I feel like you have some seniors now.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everybody now.
You do have a little bit of everybody. Gail, what was your first one?
I've been trying to think.
It was at Bally's Total Theater.
Man, I've been like all over the world, somewhere. But one thing that sticks out in my mind is not really the first session, but it was the first time working at a brand new facility that was newly built and no one knew anyone. It was a place. I'm from Detroit. It was a place in Detroit, and it was my very first class at this new facility. And I was like, oh my goodness, is anybody going to show up? Does anybody even know this gym is open, And so I'm ready, I got music cued and everything. And time comes, nobody shows up. And one guy comes in. He's an older gentleman. And I said, okay, we're going to work out. And he got in the back of the class. And it's just me and him in this huge room. And he got right in the bags. And I'm just like, don't you want to come on? It's just me and you. Come on up. He said, no, I want to be right here. I said, okay. And as time went on and the class grew and grew and grew, he never moved out of that spot. What? He always was in that spot. And every Houston people came in and everybody wanted their spot. I said, no, no, no. That's his spot. I said, he was with me the very first day. The only person that was in this room with me, that is his spot. The only people that have a spot is me and him.
That's good. That's good.
So going from your first day to where you are now, how has your training, how you approach training changed?
The way I approach has changed a lot. Cause you don't really know like all of the aspect, like the different parts of training until you're in it. And do you realize everybody just think, oh, you just make up stuff to give me some leg workout. You just make up it. No, that's not. That's a great trainer does not. They go more depth into what they're doing. So, just knowing the different parts and the different aspects of the training and knowing your person.
Like you're not flying by the seat of your pants every day.
No, and knowing your people that you train and knowing their weaknesses, and then just it's more to it than just training.
Well, I feel like also now, I mean, I don't do training, but I see y'all train all the time. And I feel like, especially for your PT clients, you have your kind of plan of what based on what their goals are, because you know what their goals are going to be. So you do try to have kind of a plan of attack, if you will. So you're like, okay, these are their goals. This is what we're going to do. And also you're in a facility now where you have this more equipment that just he works with. That's got stairs, that's a fans.
We've been
Although those come in handy. Yeah, that's what we started with. We still got that. So JD, how do you think?
I would say now, I'm not gonna lie, back then I was very much a butthole. I trained people how I was trained all my life. Cussing you out, I'm gonna run you and you're gonna work out. You're gonna do what I say. He didn't do that with me. I did not. You were about my I had grown my see.
that season.
Now I really do make sure that I do make a connection and listen to what the client is saying to me. What I what I will say is something that I truly improved on was, even though they give us goals back then, if somebody came to me and say, I want a six pack, but we were just doing court every day. Now, okay, you want a six pack, you want to grow your legs, but also I see that you need to improve on this. And I explain that to them so that they can buy in and I can also buy into their goals. And we're not working against each other. We're working together. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that helped me grow as a trainer, is being able to both of us buy in and come together, and then them seeing themselves transform and actually knowing I know what I'm talking about. And I can listen to them and make them connect you through that.
Yeah, so it's a team effort, right? You guys make that connection. You have a team. You have your goals, but it's not just theirs.
Yes.
It's just it's both, which is important.
So, me. What was the question again? I'm sorry. How have I grown?
Oh, how good!
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
where are we?
How have I grown? Really, since I really have grown, to be honest, when I first started, I was very timid. I was very just, I don't want to step on no toes around here. I'm trying to be,
You clap really loud.
yeah, I clap loud, I brought some energy, but I was real timid as far as pushing people and challenging them. I feel like now I've really gotten to a point where I feel more comfortable challenging my people. And I think that just came with just one, growing a relationship with the clients and just connecting with them, and really understanding why they want these goals and all that. And I'm still a little timid, but I'm more pushed towards like, okay, I know your goal. Like, how can we get there? This is how we can get there.
I don't think you're timid.
Well, yeah, I want to say,
I mean, it's just part of your personality.
yeah,
You're not an in your face person, but I also feel like you've grown enough that, I mean, you're mentoring our interns now, and helping them. So I feel, I mean, from ground zero to where you are now, you've really grown a lot.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, be hot.
And it's all positive, except for checking people out.
Yeah, we still working on that. We still working on
I'm saying, wow.
House is to the boy, right? One thing at a time with my boy.
Hey, I came a long way from that. When I first got here, I ain't even clock in. He walk in and train.
You're like, okay.
Walk in and train. That's all I knew. Yeah. But yeah.
And Gail, I feel you've grown just because like you've gotten in the nutrition piece of it and you're helping Jocelyn with the movement and motion. Like, how do you feel like what your biggest growth has been?
I do feel that that has been my biggest growth as far as you know, really helping out with the senior clients and helping them understand that you have to keep moving. You just have to keep moving. Even if it's a little, so you have to have some sort of activity. It doesn't have to be a bust out workout, but you have to have some kind of activity in your life. And also, it isn't, and you can't outwork core nutrition, which I know a lot of people think that, I'll just eat this and burn it off or whatever, you can outwork core nutrition. So that's kind of what helped me to want to get into trying to get people to understand that most of your success will come from your nutrition more so than your workout, and explain to them, that concept and try to drive that home that, a six pack is made in the kitchen more so than in the gym.
This begin. If you anybody, if you only got one, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's not, everybody's not going to look like Jamal.
yes, it's not. They're just not. I said that key that it worth like.
Going to the next thing.
No, that's
So I've I've had the honor of watching everyone in this at this table really grow from, I know, from training perspective, even from Gretchen, from not knowing how to do a Facebook story or Instagram to running full blown websites to seeing everyone kind of start, and even myself. So I'll ask, and this is for the table. What would you say is your number one principle when it comes to training? What do you guys value the most about your specific training?
Um, I would say the core thing, honestly, for me, is just, at least initially, the client has to feel comfortable. Like, I gotta, because everybody comes in here with like such a shell and such a guard up. Everybody's a little scared. So I try to really get you to smile, get you to laugh a little bit. It's kind of easier. But yeah, I think making people feel comfortable is the biggest thing, honestly, especially with personal training. As somebody, I'm a stranger essentially to a lot of these people. So I kind of just lower that gate a little bit.
I can definitely agree with comfortability. I mean, that's a big thing. One thing for me is positivity. Yes. Everybody has their bad days. Everybody goes through things in life, but I think that some people don't realize you come in here every day having a bad day, and one of us is training you, and you're telling us about your bad day. That is rubbing off on us. And it does affect people in ways that you may not realize it, but it affects one another. So just trying to do positive in some way. If we're trying to give you some type of light, make you laugh or something, and lighten up your day, you should come into your training session, your workout session with a fresh mind. Get away from where you step away and have time to yourself. And then later on, you may have to tackle that hassle again, but at least you can say you had 30 to 45 minutes of peace of clear mind.
Oh, yeah. Well, because sometimes you are not a trainer, you're a therapist.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes that's very true.
That's very
true. Oops. It's not every time.
mine is letting people know that you care in whatever way you can do that. I mean, you can be a trainer, but I mean, do you really care about what the people that you're?
Yeah.
You know,
And why are you training?
yeah,
Like, try to really help them be better, or you just making a paycheck?
yes. And most people, I think a lot of people sometimes get into this business thinking that they're gonna make a whole lot of money at the begin with, and they just gonna be able to no. You have to let people know you care. Yeah, because if for one thing, I know if I'm paying some money from somebody, I'm just not gonna just pay money just to be doing something. I need to know that you caring, looking out for me. You looking for my best interest and what I'm doing here. So cool. So that's the one of the big things. That people know that you care. Other, along with Jaquan and Jadias.
Well, because I mean, you guys know, starting off as trainers, I mean, you really have to build your business. Whether you're working at a facility or you're on your own, you have to find your clients. You have to build that relationship with them to keep them wanting to come back. And you have to keep it fresh and keep it new. So it is a big job. And then it's not just putting together a workout that they do 3 times. You
It's not.
you have to read what how they're coming in.
Yep. Yeah.
What I can get out of them, get them ready for next time.
Yep.
I feel like, and it's slow. I mean, you started off with your mom and one other person, and now you own your own gym, but that's taken a long time to get to that point, and a lot of learning along the way.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the life of a trainer.
Yeah. I think when it comes to training and fitness, one of the things that I think we all have become better at is, me especially, I feel like, is listening to what people say, but also going deeper behind that and listening to what's unsaid, to what people aren't saying to make them feel comfortable, and being someone who can impact, because to impact more people, you have to be more. And one thing that I've tried to do is be more so that I can impact more people, whether it's trying to learn a different language or it's getting and trying a different hobby. Because if my clients are playing pickleball and they want to train for pickleball, I need to know a little something about pickleball. Or if they're playing golf, or if they're in a competition, a weight loss competition, anything. And I think it required for us to get outside of our box and transform ourselves constantly. And I think that's the thing that people don't see, how well that we do as a group of doing that. Because as a trainer, you can get stuck in a rut. And when you're dealing with some people, it can be challenging to always be the most positive person in the room sometimes. Because there's not really anyone to help you out when you're
You guys have to be on all the time.
all the time. And that can be a struggle sometimes. So one of the things I think we've done a really great job is pulling on each other as a team. When I'm down, I know Jocelyn, Retcha, and Gail, you guys will say something to me like, "You okay today? What's going on? You look a little down." And because we are still human.
Yes.
And I think us becoming more helps us to train more people and impact more people. Because I love the diversity that we have in the fitness facility. We have all different nationalities, heights, age groups. It's beautiful to watch. Yeah. Yeah.
Give me your best client story.
This class. Yes. Just I got a deep one. Yeah.
And then you can think of your most embarrassing
It
moment.
could be favorite too.
Yeah, give me your favorite.
It could be a favorite client story.
I think I can go with that. I could start that off. Okay, if you don't mind. Hey, so my favorite client, quote, client and client story is Jamie. Jamie is just like the model client when it comes to her nutrition. She does exactly what she's supposed to do. She tracks everything. She's ready. She's prepared. We have excellent conversations because we know what each other needs. She comes prepared with what she's done. I give her suggestions. We have great dialogue back and forth, and she just does everything. And I'm just be like, oh, you is just such the model. She is just such the model, and she's really really come a long way. And she has really really made some improvements with what she has going on in her life, and I'm just very very proud of her, and that she is dedicated and really center and focus on what she needs to do as far as her eating plan.
That's awesome. Yeah, because she's consistent at the gym, but
She's come a long ways in her nutrition.
We saw there were a lot of transitions with her, changing things. We had to totally revamp what she was eating and how she was eating, and it's really starting coming to movies. Yeah.
Um, for me, my favorite client story is Nick. Nick. Uh, yeah, he was like really one of the first people for me like that I really got to lock in. I really felt like I was really impacting and connecting with. Um, and man, he came here. I don't necessarily know where he started at, but I know we got about 50 pounds off here. And he had a lot of issues that he could have used, and sometimes it would bug him some days, and some days just wouldn't be a good day. But one thing that he did every day is he would show up, he would push himself. Even if I had to give him a little extra that day, or even if he didn't feel like it, that was really one of the first people for me that was just like, man, I can really do this training stuff. Yeah, like,
Like you went home and puffed your chest a little bit.
well, not even that. It's just, well, yeah, Pat. But it was just
We came such a long way, like
it was just like being able to just see somebody believe in themselves that before didn't, and just knowing that me believing in him meant a lot. Like, and so yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure.
That's actually, yeah, that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with my girl Dorothy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dorothy really, I don't know if she knows, but she really brought like uh 6 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And no, I was up asleep sometimes, Dorothy. I'm sorry. But we were here and we were working. When I first got her from Larica and our first session, I was looking, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't even know where to start. I remember she couldn't even hold a plank. And years down, maybe a year or two later, she was holding a plank for about a minute and a half. And I'm looking at her and I was like, you remember when? And we could just laugh. Some days she used to give me the meanest mug in the world. I knew she wanted to say some choice words, but I would just get down there. I look at her like, I got so much love, man. You're doing a great job. And she had a big transformation. Dorothy, you watch, I miss you. Shit. I hope you're still doing good. Okay. Yeah,
That is a good one. Yeah. No, you had her for a long time.
Yep.
Jocelyn.
Mine is and was Valencia Gomillion. So yeah, and she had Valencia had autoimmune issue, and then she had hip dysplasia, which meaning her hips and she had arthritis. She was one of my golden age people, I say. And she was walking on a cane. When she go to the grocery store, she'd always had to ride the scooter. She's also a school bus driver, which is hard, with her. She's same. So I was able to. I told when she came in, I said, I'm not gonna be able to, cue you, fix you. But now I say, but I can get you better mobile than. And Valencia is now seriously, even though she had been in a minute, but our progress, she is not working with a cane. She does not ride the scooter anymore. She is actually going to a dietitian to help her, with her medications and things that may coincide with her weight loss and stuff. But I see her every so often because our daughters go to school together. But just seeing her, just feeling good about herself, being able to walk without that cane, or just moving better.
She had a huge difference.
She did.
From start to finish.
And being able to lift, she would get so excited when she would lift 15-pound dumbbell. When I was like, what, hey, we started,
Or even just getting up on the step, like climbing the step up and
just squatting, seriously squatting.
I had being able to sit in a chair without.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So, and she motivated me to push everybody else too, because I'm like, people have all these excuses for everything. And to me, she didn't have an excuse for that. She just kept, even though she would be in pain sometimes, she still came in, and did what she needed to do.
So I got a question for y'all. When did, and this is for anybody, but when did you know that this was your calling? When did you know that being a coach was for you?
Mine was when I worked for the school system. That's when I felt I felt like I wasn't being, to be honest, I felt like I wasn't being utilized properly in school system, and I wanted to do, just impact people more, and not just kids, and impact everybody. And that's when I realized I just needed to be a coach, and just because most of the time they would send the kids to me anyway, whenever they needed to run or do something different, So that was when I worked for the school system, and that
You
was
prefer kids over adults working with?
no, not. I mean, they both are the same. Honestly, you think about it. You look at it. I mean, they both burn the same.
Yeah. That.
They still gonna complain no matter what. So
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
I'll step out. That might be the best answer, but I think when I really got a hang of the classes, like once I was able to teach the classes, I think that's when I was like, okay, I can, I can talk in front of a group of people. I can explain things. I can, kind of got that comfortability of it. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing for me was just getting the classes down. Be real.
Do you think that's helped you outside of the gym? Or it's just in life, absolute
Yeah,
being able to talk to people and
absolutely. And just being able to just talk to anybody. To be honest, this job in general.
well, yeah, it's a big part of it is you're like making conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm small.
Pulling them out, like if they're having a bad day, you gotta figure out, gotta get them to smile.
Yeah,
Jaquan, you do a really good job, seriously, with the new people coming in. I mean, no matter how old they are, what they look like, you really are good. You really be engaged with them, and yeah,
try
I
man.
can tell that you learn a lot. Just
Connect. That's where I can. That's where I can.
I would say I really realized this is my calling probably within the past 2 years, including this year and last year. Everybody knows I work 3 million jobs. Um, and everybody asks me why. I mean, I have to make a living. This year I picked up a full-time job, but wherever I'm at, I always realize that I'm always talking fitness and helping the people around me. Like for instance, during my day job, they come to me with proteins and workout plans. Like, how does this look? How can you help me? Asking me to do like the end of the year fitness event and things like that. And then when I come in here after working from 8 to 5, sitting at a desk and come and train other people, everybody's like, "You're going to another job?" I'm like, "This isn't a job. I love them. Like, I don't look at this as a job. I come here and I let go of everything and I have a blast with my mindness. And then the next morning I go to work. So that's when I really realized like this is truly what I want to do, uh, and what I will be doing. Um, you just got to take stepping stones to get to where do you want to be.
yeah.
But you've gotten over the biggest hump because it's not a job.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would say I kind of realized this was my calling a while back. Like when I first started, I was like everybody was a little timid, and then after I saw that I was actually helping people and people were actually listening to me, and you know and I was inspiring people and motivating people. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. So yeah, so I was just like, I think this is it for me. And as I just started growing and being around other people and learning from other trainers and other coaches, I started to grow into my own little style of how my personality was. You would take a little from here and take a little from there, and then you would kind of have your little way of doing things, and that just kind of carried on into just wanting to help people be better, and knowing that I could impact them and help them to be better. I also took this same concept of training and being a coach to my other job. I'm also a trainer there, and I do a lot of training with the new hires, and kind of try to motivate them and get them to be the best that they can be at that job as well. And it was funny. About a few weeks ago, one of our new hires was struggling, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm so tired and I'm sleepy." And oh, no, no. I said, "Okay, okay, you got this. Go ahead. Go get your coffee. You do what you got to do and get back in there. Go for it. You got this. You're a rock star." And she was just like, "Gil, you ought to be a coach." And I was like,
You wouldn't say ever.
she was like, "You are?"
I need to learn more about you. Uh, Wiz, so
So a lot of areas. So the one thing that not the one thing is I love a lot of things about our team, but one of the main things I love about our team is that there's so many different age groups between us. I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all ages here,
Yeah.
but there's a vast range of age groups between all of us, and I find it so great that we can all work together, but we can all teach and learn from one another, no matter where you started. If you just started training, or some of us have been training for over 20 years. So I asked this to you guys. What have y'all seen as far as the biggest change since starting training in the industry? Not so much with you guys, but just in the industry from starting your training, yeah, till now, today. And how have you had to adjust or deal with that?
Beating people long while ago, they used to say that doing a whole bunch of cardio, you know what I'm saying, it get you
Yeah.
with you the results, you know.
Leg burners.
Yes. A whole bunch of cardio. I mean, that's all it is you put in your head. Cardio, cardio, cardio.
that's
And now it's weight training. Weight training, getting your steps. You don't have to do a whole bunch of cardio. You just, not that you training for something, some particular sport, but I mean, just in making sure you eat enough. Nobody ever knew that, that people thought you should starve yourself. Yeah. To lose weight or get what you need. But no, it's not. You got to eat to gain weight. You got to eat to lose weight. So, I mean, it has changed a lot. We have to get out, CEUs every 2 years, just to kind of keep us fresh and learning new things too. So it's a lot. It's a lot that has changed. Well, since I've been training, a whole lot.
yes.
Yeah.
From the Jason on the video, it was
It does a step.
so they do some step, and and it's an evolution because it's all coming back to red weight,
King weight or the
that's how it's like. Because Richard Simmons and Jaron, I mean, I'm kind of dating myself.
and then we had to start doing burpees. But they did the mix. I was my least favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you've been in the industry for a little minute, you've seen a huge change. And I've seen a change in what you said, but also in looking at gym classes.
Yes.
I mean, gym classes in the 90s look like military classes now. And then you go to some gym classes now, it looks like they're doing nothing. And so it's very it's like you said, you have to get your CEUs, your continuing education. You have to stay abreast of the knowledge that you get when it comes to fitness, because it is forever changing.
Yeah.
And I've just noticed, like what you said, people not eating, but also being more now. I think weights is a huge thing, but also everyone's so intense on everything. And I think now the shift between these different Pilates classes and these niche things are popping up. You got Pilates, you got yoga studios popping up everywhere, Versa climber classes. And I think that's cool, but you can never lose the core of your fitness, which is, resistance training.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you seen, Jason?
Um, for me, I would say it's two things. I would say the first thing is just the supplements, like as far as like your GLPs, your I've been seeing me personally just a big uptick in that, and just figuring out how to just what you can bring to the table for them. Like okay, you already lose a weight, but how can I provide value to you? That's i.e. we're gonna lift some weights. We're gonna keep those bones strong. Because with GLPs, they take everything.
Yeah, that's a side effect. They don't care what they take. But take it.
Yeah. So it's just big on just making sure I'm just giving them what they need. Just knowing what I can provide to that person. And then the second thing is just, I mean, it's kind of been since I started, but just social media, just how big it is. And just
You right.
how much people think they know, but really don't.
They really care.
It's I am still racing. Yeah.
Can we do this?
So really just making sure, yeah, just that's probably the biggest things I've seen change.
That's up for me. You have to be around.
Yeah.
You're competing against thousands of
Yes, competing against chat GBT, yeah, you are. Very good. I'm competing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I definitely agree. I was gonna say social media. I mean, social media has been prominent for a long time, but even when I first started, it wasn't like it is now. You got people doing pull-ups and pressing couches with Instagram. Blah. Everybody's a trainer on Instagram, according to Instagram. Just because they have 1 million followers and have a workout plan in their bio, they're a trainer. And then later on, you get hurt, you found out they're not even certified. Yeah. The people who don't have the followers are typically the ones, unless you truly want to listen to, still do your background check on that. But don't believe everything you see right through.
That is very.
I'm gonna pause y'all because that is very important.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna look in the camera and I'm gonna say this. Make sure that your trainer is certified. It has went through some sort of nationally recognized certifications. Because what you said is social media has fooled the world, the masses. Just because you personally have lost 20 pounds does not mean that you are qualified to train someone. Salute. And we here at Fitness Destiny, we applaud you so much
Yes.
for losing weight and for becoming the place that you are. But that does not mean you're qualified to train people. And I think just because you got a camera and you can prop it up and you can talk well does not make you
A trainer.
a trainer, a coach, or certified. So I think it is important for the client to also vet the trainer. Ask us, when's the last time you got certified? Are you still doing your continual education? Ask your trainer that. And 9 times out of 10, if your trainer gives you pushback on that, it's probably because they're not qualified. So, I 100% agree with you on that.
Right.
Yeah, both of y'all.
Especially if
Yeah.
you've been in the business. You know what I'm saying? Been doing it
Yeah.
for real. Like, yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the best thing.
I think that is us.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. So,
That's huge. Oh, man.
so
What is one common myth that drives you crazy? You kind of touched it, but
I'm trying to look like a man.
Yeah.
He's a twist.
that is probably the biggest myth, right?
That is the most aggravating thing.
That is. See, yeah, that's well, if I take creatine, I'm gonna look like a man. Like, you bodybuilder or not.
You know, and I'm an old lady and I take creatine and I take it because, oh, my brain's going to be intact.
It's when I'm the hell so I'm
yeah.
Um, if you are training at being a trainer, what would you be doing?
I probably $9 sweatshirt. I probably still working in the school system, rigging every day going in there, and I, just still trying. Because honestly, I started trying to get in school system, teach PE and health ed. But they said I was not qualified enough to do it. So, but I'm here, so that I'm out. Just fine. But yeah, I probably still be doing that, or I definitely wouldn't be a stay-at-home mom though. But I probably still be in the school system, doing something with CMS.
What about the young people?
Man, me.
We have a ski man.
I'm a Y in that heart. But nah, on a serious note, I probably honestly probably still be trying to figure it out. I didn't really have much of, like I said before training, I was an athlete through and through. Like that's all I could think of. That's all I was thinking of. So honestly, I think I still be, trying to figure it out. And yeah, I'll probably be at the local grocery store, checking you out.
What up, man? What up?
I could see you at Home Depot.
Or jail. I can see it with like Affleck commercial, like the bottle or something. Or like what's on the shirt at Banana Republic. Yeah. Something like that. In front of the mannequin.
Yes. JD?
This is very contradicting. If I wasn't training right now, I would probably have my own bartending local service. And still be working the flood stuff. Yeah.
I would see you.
Yeah, bartending. Fast money. Yeah.
Not that you've ever made me an alcoholic beverage,
No.
but
I have not.
maybe one day. One day,
One day.
I'll come to Kitchen and Cocktails.
We had Sunday. What is it?
That's a different.
Maybe I'm just happy to come to my house that you can do it at my bar.
That's even a better idea. On a leisure on a food trip, drink trip.
What about you, Gil? I want to hear Gil.
Yeah, what is Gil?
What would I be doing? Retired. Nothing.
Bill, yes. Yes, Bill.
Sleeping.
But it's so funny because we did another podcast today with the pediatrician, and she's younger than I am, but we were talking about friends of ours who don't work, and we were both like, I would be going crazy if I didn't have this job. Like, I think my brain would be turning to mush because this is not a job for me. This is fun for me, and and I feel like as you age, it's so important to stay social because I would be sitting home. I mean, remember when the last kid left the nest? I was like, Mom, I need a set schedule. I don't know what to do. I'm totally floundering. And so I feel like being a trainer, you do get flexibility to be able to still kind of do some things outside of work if you'd like,
Yeah.
or give you the flexibility to start your own business or to grow into doing nutrition or doing special training for sport or youth. And so I think that's the beauty of being a trainer and working in the fitness industry. You do have so many different options to do with your life, and I think it's kind of timeless. So even as you get older,
Yeah.
you kind of it's seasons, right? So you'll be doing probably training different people, but I mean, the people that we have coming through this door is like from 70 to 80.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to see them come in every day and see how they've grown and changed. And it, because I'm on the sidelines, I don't train, I just do the business side. And it's so fun for me to see how you all interact with your clients and see the personalities and the connections and the friendships that get made and the growth that the clients have. And also you guys. I mean, I've seen, I'm the old mother here, mother hen. And it's just fun to see how you all have grown individually. And it's a treat for me to sit at my little stupid desk and lift my head up over my monitor, see who's coming in the door, and go, wow, like 6 months ago, you weren't even standing up straight. And now you can lift your arms over your shoulders. And so kudos to all of you because this is not an easy profession to be in. And it's just been a sheer pleasure for me to watch my 5+ years that I've been here, seeing how everybody has grown individually and helped so many clients and grown our business and helped grow our business, Do you have any other questions?
No.
I'm going to do the lightning round. So I'm just going to yell out something and you all say it. Just you can talk over each other, whatever you want to say. What's your favorite workout move? Thrusters.
Dumbbell rows. Dumbbell rows.
I'll just about say that.
This is a din. This got to be my
Hammer
favorite.
curls for me.
Hammer rows.
What's your least favorite?
Turkish
Furry piece.
Oh yeah, burpees.
His bite is good. And snake
Yeah, burpee.
for a bite.
Burpee's a ball slam.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I like ball slams.
I'll say that fast.
You do?
It'd be the wall balls for me.
Nah, it's ball ball.
We're gonna take it.
What is one food that you could eat every day?
Ooh, avocado. Avocado, healthy.
Avocado toast with everything bagel seasoning
And the egg one.
and an egg on it.
And it, yep. Alright.
Oh, and a nice piece of sourdough bread.
I would rather not mention.
French fries.
No. You be getting that. People eat French fries every day.
Your Eggo waffles.
No, that ain't. That's just yo. We could eat. Do the.
Hey, yo.
Take it against steak. Pretty. Bedroom pie.
Popcorn.
Oh, I love popcorn. I could eat popcorn every day.
I never do.
Do you make it old school on the stove? Of course, that's what I do.
I love it. Let's put some coconut oil.
Oh, I do canola because I get it from Trader Joe's. Okay, yeah. I made
Yeah,
I used to make with coconut oil. The United States.
right here.
Coffee or pre-workout?
Coffee.
Neither.
Both.
I know. I'm not a caffeine. I just started drinking cold brew, and I was like, "Ooh, this is running fun."
That's right. I'm already up here. I mean, I ain't got that little worse. Yes. Oh man. I'm a pretty.
I would drink.
If money wasn't an issue, where would you go vacation?
Oh man, boy.
Man, you got that's on your list. It's all paying right out. But
Yep.
Australia.
Hawaii.
Italy.
I heard it was pretty nice. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at. You guys, I like Thailand. That's on my list. I want to do Australia, New Zealand, the French Riviera. I tried to get in over there when I was. It was too far.
Fiji Islands. No, that's on my list. The Fiji Islands.
No, that's when I tried to do it's a far ride.
Yeah.
Now I've heard everybody's going to Albania. Like that's all I would plan on. It's cheap.
It's
cheap. One word your clients would use to describe you.
Oh my goodness.
Man, my clients.
Sarcastic. I have like a funny sarcasm when I'm training.
Yes, you do. Because I've trained with you.
Aggravating.
Yeah, I've heard that one. So.
Mine is actually 2 words. Throw it off. That's it. That's it.
What is that?
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
Oh.
yeah. You never know what's going.
Screws.
You never know what Jocelyn you're getting in the morning.
Never know, sure. That's exactly what they.
So what she puts on size 12 shoes and does some help dance right
Brain together.
Yeah.
Cause
My clients probably say energetic. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know for sure, but
I would say that. Yes.
The king of clapping. That's what I always say.
Ain't no that. I would say probably militant. A lot of people ask me about it in the military.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see it.
Kind of them pusher. You know.
Get on that bull, ghetto. Give me cheese. Yeah.
yeah. Guess I'm in major pain. Some push-ups come out.
Well, I hope what we talked about today kind of gives everybody a little more glimpse into you all as trainers and human beings. And we appreciate your time. This was fun. I think it's fun because I only get to see you in trainer stance, sometimes out of work, but I learned some stuff about you as well. So until next time, rep some real talk. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow, comment what you want to see, comment what you liked about this podcast, and we'll see you soon.
we out.
Peace.
Hey guys, thanks for listening and tuning in to Reps and Real Talk with Jamal and I. We hope that you enjoyed the podcast that you just listened to. And what would really help us out is if you could subscribe to not only our YouTube channel, but also follow us on Spotify. This helps boost our numbers, get us showing more. And then also, if you could comment below what you like today about the podcast you listened to and what you'd like to hear next. We'd love to hear from you.
Comment, like, subscribe, baby.